his mates had broken into the girls' locker room and replaced all of Shayla's and her clone's moisturizers with the darkest shade of tanning lotion. I might not have liked Shayla, and the idea of her being orange might have been humorous. But even that failed to detract from the fact that anyone could be the next target of one of their pranks. "Leave poor Shayla be," Hadley said with a grin. "Oh, come on. She deserved it, at least. That's beside the point. How would you like to be orange?" Tucker smiled to me. "I'm pretty sure I could pull off orange." "You'd look like an Oompa Loompa." "I'd make a better Oompa Loompa than Shayla. She's far too grumpy." He pouted playfully. Hadley giggled. "Not funny." "Very funny. Maybe we should convince them to put Nair in the shampoo next time." "Stop it," Hadley said as she covered her mouth with her hand. "Piper, tell her. Shayla wouldn't look anything like an angry Dwayne Johnson if she was bald, would she?" I managed to control my smile, but Hadley responded before I could open my mouth. "Don't corrupt her, you ass." She batted Tucker's arm. Tucker held his hands up in defense. "I'm not doing anything of the sort. I just asked Piper's opinion. And she won't dignify your question with an answer because she's far too polite to even think such horrid things." Actually, there were plenty of impolite things I could say about Shayla and the way she looked down on the rest of us, regardless of whether people liked her or not. But I wouldn't. "Unlike you," Tucker pointed out. Hadley nodded. "Someone has to make up for it." Tucker laughed. "Oh, so you're only rude because Piper's lovely?" Hadley nodded, and they seemed to start heading for the doors as though we'd made a unilateral decision to move. I hurried after them after a heartbeat. "Yes." "Bullshit." "Excuse me, I'm a lady." Hadley wasn't a lady, but I wasn't going to remind her in front of Tucker. Not that he needed reminding. "Are you? My bad, I hadn't noticed." They laughed as we walked outside, and Celeste came bounding up to us, her honey-blonde ponytail bouncing right along with the rest of her. "There you are," she said with a smile as she and Hadley joined arms and Hadley absently waved for mine. I slipped my arm into hers as we meandered along in much the same way we had since year one. "Tucker, man!" Craig called, and I looked over to see him standing with Mason and Simon. I felt my cheeks heat, and I practically hid behind Hadley. "I'll see you ladies later," Tucker teased before he jogged off, catching the football Simon threw him. "Hey, Mason!" Hadley waved enthusiastically as she elbowed me. "Oh, Piper, it's Mason," she said loud enough for him to hear. "Leave it," I hissed, and Hadley giggled. "He'd be perfect, babes. Ease you in, look after you, be a proper gentleman." I rolled my eyes, but I kept it to myself. No one knows if he likes me or not. You're making assumptions because he smiles at me sometimes. "He stares at you all the time," Celeste said. "Like someone else we know?" Hadley elbowed me again, and I repaid the favor as my eyes jerked up. Roman was over the other side of the oval where he and his mates usually were at lunch. He was facing us, but nothing about that actually suggested he was looking at me. No one else looks at me. Firstly, lots of people look at you. Secondly, Roman certainly does look at you. "God, I wish he looked at me," Celeste sighed. "No, you don't," I muttered. "Me too." Hadley grabbed my arm with her other hand as we walked towards the bleachers. "Are you sure you've never spoken to him?" I nodded. "I haven't talked to him any more than either of you." "That is not what his eyes say." "Eyes don't talk, Hads." We all stopped and watched him for a moment as he and his mates goofed around doing whatever it was they did to entertain themselves. That was until some girl I only knew by sight approached him. He could feel the ice from the other side of the oval as he completely shut her down. Behind him, Steve and Jake doubled up in laughter before Rio gave Roman their weird handshake, and the girl hurried away obviously upset. "Roman Lombardi's eyes talk, Pipe. Oh, how they talk." Did it not matter that we'd literally just watched him shit all over a girl he'd no doubt hooked up with over the weekend? That we'd just witnessed the infamous Roman brush-off, complete with insults from his friends? That she was the third girl in as many weeks that we'd seen, let alone the however many we didn't?